Hello, welcome to the Cherry Reds Records Stadium for your Rugby League Betfred Championship clash between London Broncos and York Knights. York on a good run of form at the moment, currently 6th in the table. Broncos languishing down in 13th following a defeat to Halifax last weekend. Before the players come out, here are the teams, starting with the York Knights. At fullback, number 1, Josh Brown. Right wing, number 34, Ben Bishops-Jones. Their right centre, number 3, Kieran Buchanan. Number 4, their left centre, Joe Law. Left wing is Scott Galino, number 35. Their standoff at number 6 is Mafoa Aeta Hingano. Number 7, their scrum half is Liam Harris. Number 8, their prop is Jack Martin. Number 9, Paul McShane is their hooker. Number 24, Harvey Reynolds is their prop on the other side. The second row of 11, Jesse D, and number 12, Connor Bailey, and their loose forward is number 13, Jordan Thompson. Their interchanges for this afternoon are number 19, Sam Cook, number 20, Oliver Field, number 21, Connor Fitzsimmons, and number 31 is Kieran Hudson. Their 18th man is number 14, Taylor Pemberton, and their head coach is Mark Applegarth. For the Broncos, this is how they're lining up here at the Cherry Reds Records Stadium this afternoon. It was a rather lovely afternoon. It has started to cloud over a little bit. Number 6 is their fullback, Luke Pacelli. Number 2 at right wing is Chris Hellick. Number 14, right centre, dual registration from Hull KR is Louis Gorman. The left centre is number 20, Aaron Small. Number 5 at the left wing, Liam Tyndall. Their standoff, number 1, Alex Walker, who's one try away from his 100th try in his career. Another player on dual registration from Hull KR. The scrum half is Lenny Ellis. Their prop for the Broncos is Sadiq Adiaby. Number 12, Sadiq Adiaby. The hooker for the Broncos, number 9, Curtis Davies. And the prop on the other side is Kieran McDermott. And number 16. The second rows for the Broncos are Will Lovell as captain and Lucas Mason on loan from the Wigan Warriors. Lovell at 11, Mason at 19, and number 13, loose forward, is Marcus Stock. Interchange subs for the Broncos this afternoon. Back returning to the Broncos, this time on loan from the Bradford Bulls, is Emmanuel Wayne. 22, Matt Ross. Number 28, Jordan Binks, and number 8, Hugh Worthington, with Ben Hersey-Horde being the 18th man. Mike Eccles is the manager for the London Broncos as we're waiting for the players to make their way out of the tunnel. Fans are waiting. Buck and Dusty are waiting for the players to emerge to get this clash between London and York underway. Of course, York have only won 5 of their previous 6 games, with their only defeat coming against Featherstone. That was a tightly contested game, only being decided by just 2 points. The Broncos have performed strongly at home, with the only home defeat coming the last time around here at the Cherry Reds Records Stadium. That was, of course, against the Batley Bulldogs, where the Broncos conceded a try in the dying seconds of that game for Batley to come away with the winning spoils. As I mentioned through the team sheet, Johnson Binks, he is back in the squad. He's the interchange, or one of the interchange subs. He was missing during the defeat to Halifax under HIA protocol. He's back as a welcome boost. Meanwhile, Lucas Mason and Kieran McDermott return from the Wigan Warriors after being unavailable for the previous few games. Emmanuel Wayne plays the second game of his 2-week loan, and Lenny Ellis joins Louis Gorman from Hull KR, and they go straight into the 21 interchange as the London Broncos players come out. Number 19, Lucas Mason, is so new to the side that he does not have his name on the back of his jersey. While York City Knights fans cheer their players coming onto the side. Broncos will be kicking from left to right towards the rest on waist stand in all black with white trim and a white V across the front with red trim on the white V. York City, or York Knights, in comparison, completely opposite. It's black versus white. white with black trim and yellow lines on the inside of the shirt, black shorts and white socks with black trim on the top as we're about to get underway here at the Cherry Reds Records Stadium. They'll be kicking off from right to left towards the Paul Strank stand. Both stands behind the goal empty, apart from the football goalposts that rest behind the touch goal line. And it'll be Liam Harris to kick things off for York. Referee blows his whistle. Liam Tyndall. Standoff number 1, Alex Walker, who's 1 try away from his 100th try in his career. Another player on dual registration from Hull KR. The scrum half is Lenny Ellis. Their prop for the Broncos is Sadiq Adiabi. Number 12, Sadiq Adiabi. The hooker for the Broncos, number 9, Curtis Davies. And the prop on the other side is Kieran McDermott. And number 16, the second rows for the Broncos are Will Lovell as captain and Lucas Mason on loan from the Wigan Warriors. Lovell at 11, Mason at 19, and number 13, loose forward, is Marcus Stock. Interchange subs for the Broncos this afternoon. Back returning to the Broncos, this time on loan from the Bradford Bulls, is Emmanuel Wayne. 22, Matt Ross. Number 28, Jordan Binks, and number 8, Hugh Worthington, with Ben Hersey-Horde being the 18th man. Mike Eccles is the manager for the London Broncos as we're waiting for the players to make their way out of the tunnel. Fans are waiting. Buck and Dusty are waiting for the players to emerge to get this clash between London and York underway. Of course, York have only won 5 of their previous 6 games, with their only defeat coming against Featherstone. That was a tightly contested game, only being decided by just 2 points. The Broncos have performed strongly at home, with the only home defeat coming the last time around here at the Cherry Reds Records Stadium. That was, of course, against the Batley Bulldogs, where the Broncos conceded a try in the dying seconds of that game for Batley to come away with the winning spoils. As I mentioned through the team sheet, Johnson Binks, he is back in the squad. He's the interchange, or one of the interchange subs. He was missing during the defeat to Halifax under HIA protocol. He's back as a welcome boost. Meanwhile, Lucas Mason and Kieran McDermott return from the Wigan Warriors after being unavailable for the previous few games. Emmanuel Wayne plays the second game of his 2-week loan, and Lenny Ellis joins Louis Gorman from Hull KR, and they go straight into the 21 interchange as the London Broncos players come out. Number 19, Lucas Mason, is so new to the side that he does not have his name on the back of his jersey. Well, York City Knights fans cheer their players coming onto the side. Broncos will be kicking from left to right towards the rest on waist stand in all black with white trim and a white V across the front with red trim on the white V. York City, or York Knights, in comparison, completely opposite. It's black versus white. White with black trim and yellow lines on the inside of the shirt, black shorts and white socks with black trim on the top as we're about to get underway here at the Cherry Reds Records Stadium. They'll be kicking off from right to left towards the Paul Strank stand. Both stands behind the goal empty, apart from the football goalposts that rest behind the touch goal line. And it'll be Liam Harris to kick things off for York. Referee blows his whistle. The ball goes high and long into the Broncos' back line. Walker catches the ball as they drive forward here. Number 16 for the Broncos brought down. Kieran McDermott also without a name on the back of his shirt as the Broncos drive forwards. Up to the 20, rounded up on the second tackle. Ball gets flicked back inside from the play of the ball. Broncos trying to break over the line, break over the 20, but rounded up by 3 York players and eventually dumped to the ground. On the third, they look to drive forward down the left-hand side with Sadiq Adiabi. Gets up to the 40 before he's wrapped up by 3 York defenders. Broncos now switching it to the right-hand side, trying to break down the middle with Marcus Stock. He's wrapped up on the 5th on halfway. This is the last tackle for London. Ball kicked deep into York possession up to the 10, but wrapped up nicely, and now York can break up at least just shy of the 20 in the first tackle. Actually get pushed back towards the 10. Number 27, Lenny Ellis, also not wearing a name on his jersey. York wrapped up on the 20. Broncos line is high as Harlow wrapped up again, or York are wrapped up again, I should say, sorry. Just shy of the 30s. They look to drive forward down the middle. Wrapped up again. This is the 4th for York. As they try and move over to their left-hand side into that centre-left channel, just shy of the centre circle. From the football lines on halfway. This is the last. Deep kick from Liam Harris. Up to the 20, wrapped up nicely again by Pacelli, and now he looks to try and drive down the centre. It takes 3 York players to wrap him up on the 30-metre line. And now London look to push up to the 40. Gorman wrapped up. London fly out the traps from the collect the ball up the halfway. This is the 3rd tackle. Driving forward here is Marcus Stock. Little flick inside, and again quick hands from London. Small drive down the right hand side, and Hellick breaking down the right hand side. It's up to 10. Dinks the ball over the top, and it's too far, and the referee has brought the ball back anyway. And we're going to get a scrum for York, I believe, for a forward pass. And London looking more likely to get on the board at the moment. Less than 3 minutes played so far. Quick hands making an opening, but just a bit too quickly. York with the scrum. Go over to their right hand side. Their number 3, Kieran Buchanan, wrapped up inside the 40. So they now flick it back inside. Little hand off straight into the Broncos defenders. 3 London players bringing down the York attack just shy of halfway. Ball coming forward, number 24. Big hit from Sadiq Adiabi on Harvey Reynolds. Eventually he's wrapped up on halfway. It's drifted over from the right to the left as they look to push through with Jesse D. Wrapped up on the 40 by 3 London defenders. Back inside from McShane. As they drift over from left to right. Quick hands again as they look to break down the right hand side, as they look to get down the right. Wrapped up just inside the 20. And York, this is on the last. Ball flicked back inside. Look like they're going to kick. Looks like they're going to go over to the left. A little dab through. And wrapped up by Hellick inside the 10. And he's going to try and break out of here. And he just about makes it outside of the 10. London flick the ball over to the left-hand side. Wrapped up there, Liam Tyndall inside the 30. Ball played back inside again. Small. Wrapped up just shy of the 40. As London drift over to the left-hand side. Trying to break through up to the 40-metre line is Kieran McDermott. This is the 4th. Ball cut inside again. Stock, quick hands by London, trying to break it up to halfway. Wrapped up, and this is the last. A little kick from Ellis. Great kick, easily wrapped up inside the 20. York with the ball, trying to break through the 30. Takes 3 London players to wrap them up on the 30. As they drift over to this right-hand side. York again wrapped up, this time on the 40-metre line, inside the 40. To get up to halfway, little shimmy and turn, wrapped up by 3 Broncos players. Jack Martin is brought down. They'll flick back inside again. Dink over the top by York, up into the 10. Wrapped up. And now they can break down this right-hand side here, London, with Preselli. Beats 2 players, twisting back inside. Cuts the ball back inside again. Gives the ball to Walker. He's grabbed by big Connor Bailey, but it breaks 3. Helek looking to get it towards halfway. Shifts and shimmies and is wrapped up eventually. And a good move by London takes him to the halfway line. Play the ball quickly, looking to burst through up to the 40. Liam Tyndall does so, but he's wrapped up. Stock driving forward. Twist back inside to Walker. He's wrapped up by 2 York players on the 3rd. Selly on the play the ball. Flicks the ball inside to Stock. Another twist to Ellis again, looking to drive forward. Here London, still within the 30. Look back inside to Stock. Twists and shimmies and gets towards the 10. This is the last. Walker, little shift across, but that looked forward, and it was. And York will get the ball back. Actually, London have got the ball back. Penalty to London on the 10-metre line to be taken by Walker. Flicked inside to Adiabi. Driving towards the line. Wrapped up by 4 York players. Still hasn't gone down. Now he has. In front of the post, London. They'll cut inside to Ellis. As they go over to the left-hand side. London looking to break in the left-hand side. And they're in the corner. Nice moving hands from London. And they get the first points on the board. 7 minutes played. London 4, York 0. And Liam Tyndall is the one to go in the corner. Positive start from the London Broncos. Been on the front foot. And that penalty on the 10-metre line set them up for success in that left-hand side. And now they can add the extras. London looking to add the 2. The kick is about 20 metres out over on the left-hand side. Couple of steps forward from the kicker. The ball goes up. It's between the sticks, and London have added the 2. And that is London 6, York Knights 0. Chris Helek with the 2 extra points. And London will get the ball back from the restart. Kick to be taken by Liam Harris. Up towards London's post. London just about get on it. Walker stuck his foot out and had to chase the ball and dive on it to get on the end of it. London still have possession. Look to drive up towards the 20. Wrapped up by 3 York players. And they drift over to left-hand side. Adiabi looking to break through. Wrapped up again as London push towards the 30. Marcus Stock trying to break through. Gets past 1 player, can't get past another. Up to the 40. London looking to break through the line again with Adiabi. Ball goes back on the 5th. Kick long by Ellis. Up towards the York 10. Wrapped up by their left wing, and they get the ball up towards 15-metre mark. Ball flick back inside for York. 3 Broncos players there to wrap up the attack on the 20. This is the second. Ball back inside again from Harris as they drive towards the 30. Wrapped up again by the Broncos defence here, York, in the centre of the park, just shy of the 30-metre line. They're driving towards the 40. Wrapped up again by 3 Broncos players, eventually bringing the defender down. Cut back inside again. York break over halfway, dodging one tackle but being wrapped up by 2 more Broncos players. This is the last. Slipped on the pass, but a long ball kick up from halfway underneath Walker, who catches it no real problem at all and drives forward and is wrapped up just shy of the 20-metre line. London break over the 20. Nice little loose pass or offload pass out of the tackle, but only as far as the 35-metre line. London driving forward is Aaron Small, dives up into the 40, wrapped up by 3 York players again. London looking to shift down the right hand side this time. Big hit on their number 16, and eventually he's wrapped up. That is of course one of the York players for London as they make it up to halfway. So new that he hasn't got a name on his back, and a spear tackle on a London Broncos player, and the tackle relieves the pressure and they get a penalty. And London take that penalty with Dermott's the number 16. Just to clarify, London from the 40 can restart. Now Small's actually dropped the ball from the restart. Luckily he hasn't counted for anything. And they drive forward with Captain Will Lovell up to 30. Wrapped up Lovell. The ball's come loose, and York will get the ball back from the scrum as Lovell was deemed to have knocked that ball on. Just over 12 and a half played so far at the Cherry Red Record Stadium. London 6-0 up against York Knights as the ball goes in from the scrum, as York now try and shift down the left hand side, wrapped up by 3 Broncos players on the 40-metre line. So they know what to cut inside from the restart. Number 8 Jack Martin wrapped up just shy of halfway as they shift back over to their right hand side here, York. Couple of quick passes, make it up to the 40-metre line, wrapped up again. Quick play of the ball into the centre of the park. Then number 13 dummy runs and tries to break through 3 Broncos players, but he's wrapped up just outside of the 20-metre line. So he drift over to this left-hand side now, York. On the 20, number 6, Mafoaeta Hingano, wrapped up by 2 Broncos defenders. To look to come down this left-hand side with Harris. A little kick through from Harris, and it's picked up by the number 35, and York are through. And Scott Galano breaks through the Broncos defence from the grubber kick. He was the first one on the ball, and York are back within spitting distance. London 6, York 4 with the kick to come. And it was all from that penalty restart the Broncos got. Will Lovell driving forward, losing the ball in the process. And York were able to break down the left-hand side and find a hole in the Broncos' defence. And Liam Harris, who's been kicking for York so far, will look to add the extra 2. Just having a bit of a discussion with the referee about something before he shapes up to take this kick. Both of them seem happy. Liam Harris looks to shape up his kick. This kick is going to be inside the 20, but only just about 18 metres out to the left of centre. In between the sticks and the byline on this near side. Harris shapes up. Referee's happy. And Liam Harris has missed to the left-hand side of the stick, so it remains London 6, York Knights 4. 15 minutes on the clock. London still edging out York by only 2 points here at the Cherry Red Records Stadium. Alex Walker to restart proceedings. Ball goes up towards York's right-hand corner. And they look to break out of the 10, which they do, straight into the London Broncos defence, wrapped up just outside of the 10. They look to break over to from right to left in that centre right-hand channel. The Broncos will wrap up York again inside the 20 on the second. So to cut back inside again. The referee says back to 6 there for York. London deemed to be too quick off the line. As they look to come down this near side again. Do the Knights, wrapped up by Small and 2 other Broncos defenders. Inside of the 40-metre line here, York. Looking to break into 30. Big hits just inside of the 50. And the referee has scored for 5, so it wasn't 6 again. And Pacelli wraps up a weak ball inside the 10 as he drives forward and tries to break down that left-hand side. Beats 1 tackle, wrapped up by 2 more. Just shy of the 30-metre line. Broncos look to cut inside from the restart. Walker gets past, gets through the 30, but is wrapped up by 3 York defenders. Broncos look to cut inside from the restart again. Driving forward here, London over the 40, wrapped up by 2 York City players. It's Chris Hellick. So they now come over to this right-hand side, London. Stock makes it on halfway, but he's wrapped up. Looks cut back inside again. Little quick hands, and they break through here with Cian McDermott. As he drives through, he gets past the 10. He's got 2 players to beat. He's brought down. That looked high, but they're on the 5th. London look to come over to the ball from the right hand side inside the 10. Drifting inside. A couple of quick hands. Small breaks it to Hellick. He's got to cut back inside. Feeds the ball into Walker, and London lose the ball. And York have got it back. I'm not sure what the referee has given, but he's given a restart on the 10, and there is a player down for York as well over in that right hand corner. It's number 4 Joe Law, who's taken a bit of a hit. It could be on the head, actually his arm. Physio's getting him to move his arm up and down, his left arm. And he looks like he's going to be alright, does Joe Law, as he's back up on his feet. And York get back underway on the 10. Wrapped up by 3 Broncos players immediately. They try to break down the centre right channels. They look to flick from right to left. Number 13, Jordan Thompson, wrapped up just shy of the 20-metre line. This is the second. Again, another big hit from London. Ball comes out from the offload and the ball is dropped. And London will get the ball back. Ball came out to Jack Martin from the tackle. And the ball just slipped through his hands. And London have got a scrum 25 metres out. As the sky's starting to turn grey here at the Cherry Reds Records Stadium. It was a rather lovely day earlier. It looks like we might get a spot of rain as London look to restart again. Ball goes through the scrum. Flicked out towards the left-hand side, and London look to break down that left-hand side again. Wrapped up by 3 York City defenders just shy of the 10. Flicked inside to Stock, then to Adiaibi. Up to the 10 again. Wrapped up by 3 York players inside the 10-metre line. London looking to extend their lead. Ball flicked back inside to McDermott. Then again, and the ball's popped loose from the pass. And York will get another penalty inside the 10-metre line. Ball was flicked in towards McDermott, and it was just too high for him. Or from McDermott to Ellis, I should say, sorry. And it just was too close to him and the defender, and popped out in the challenge. And there's another York City player down as well. Back up on his feet. London in the scrum. York get back underway. Ball comes out from the scrum, wrapped up inside the 20. Just right at centre is Scott Galano. So look to break towards the 40. Wrapped up just inside the 30 are York. So they look to break down this left-hand side. And number 8, Jack Martin, wrapped up just shy of the 40-metre line. And there's a penalty here for York for a high tackle. And York will kick the ball towards me. Oh, this is not good. As it hits it hit the table just in front of me. So that's I'm in a dangerous situation here. Ball restarting. York up to the 50. Wrapped up by 2 Broncos players. What was there? Connor Bailey. So try and drift over to the right-hand side here. York up to the 40-metre line. Back inside again. Twist and turn, dummy pass from Hingano. Wrapped up just shy of the 20 though. York looking strong on the attack. Harris cuts the ball back inside again. Big hit on Martin. Wrapped up just shy of the 10. And cut to on this left-hand side instead. Skip 1-2. Jesse D wrapped up inside the 10-metre line. This is the last for York. McShane flicks the ball back inside to Hingano. A grubber kick comes off a London player and it's wrapped up by London. And did London get the ball back, or is this going to be a knock-on? What's the referee going to give here? Scrum to York for a knock-on from London, from Preselli, as the ball was grubber kicked against him and he was deemed to have knocked on off the back of it. And York will get another set of 6 inside the 10-metre line as we pass the 20-minute mark. Ball flicked inside to Harris, and again Hingano drives over the 10, wrapped up, and the referee's given another penalty to York. And London applying more pressure to themselves. McShane to take, dabs the ball inside, looking to break into the 10 with is Martin driving towards the line, wrapped up by 2. McShane flicks the ball back inside again to Hingano. Harris flicks the ball inside nicely. York getting up to the line, wrapped up by 3 Broncos defenders. Ball played back inside. Little dummy pass. Option was actually blocked off by Walker as they try and break towards the line here. York wrapped up again. McShane flicks the ball over to the right-hand side to Harris. Little dummy pass inside as York looks to get cut in again. And they're just shy on the line, wrapped up by 3 Broncos bodies. Ball flipped back inside again. York twisting and turning. Their number 13, Jordan Thompson, wrapped up. This is the last for York. Shane flicks it back over to the right-hand side again. Harris is going to little grubber kick through, collected by Broncos body. And a huge sigh of relief from the Broncos fans inside the Cherry Reds Records Stadium. And London get back underway, trying to break through the 10 with Palesi wrapped up by 3 York players and dragged all the way back to inside the 10. The ball's popped out and Broncos give away another penalty. And York will get another scrum on the 10. They look to apply more pressure to this Broncos back line, who did well to defend up until that point. Tried to break out, and the ball just looked like it'd been ripped out initially. And the referee has given a penalty to York. Scrum. McShane flicks the ball over to the right-hand side to Harris. So they look to try and break down this right-hand side. Quick hands, and York have palmed the ball out of play. So looking for Ben Jones-Bishop over on that right-hand side, and they're starting to square up over there on the far side. I think it might have been for the pressure added to the York player that flicked the ball out of play, looking for Ben Jones-Bishop. I think it was Kieran Buchanan. And London will get the ball back with a scrum of their own with just over 15 minutes gone, or 15 to go. And Hugh Worthington makes way, or is on. Sadiq Adebayi makes way, and London get the ball back on the 20-metre line. Just shy of. No scrum needed for this one. London get back underway with Ellis tackled on 20-metre line on the left-hand side of centre. As London look to cut back inside again on this into the right-hand side. London fans screaming for offside as they get up to the 30, wrapped up by 3 York players. Davies flicks the ball back inside for Lovell. And looks high from Hingano, but nothing given as Lovell eventually is bundled to the ground. And York eventually give a penalty for not getting off the tackle quick enough. Connor Fitzsimmons not getting off Lovell anywhere near fast enough. And London get the ball back, and they'll get the ball on halfway with this restart. Small to start on the right hand side. Referee asks for York to come back again. Small to tap, and away we go again. Lovell driving forward. Takes 3 York players to bring him to the ground. 45 metres in. London drift over to the left hand side this time with Stock. Big hit on Marcus Stock up on the 40. Actually was bundled down, and London almost given away another penalty as they look to break through again as McDermott beat a couple of tackles. He's eventually brought down just shy of the 30-metre line. Left to centre. Ball flicks back inside to Stock as he drifts over to the right-hand side. Walker, Lovell now cuts inside again. Stock still injured after a big hit on him. He's back on his feet as Lovell still standing. Eventually gets brought down by 2 York players in front of the posts. 10 yards away here, London. Driving forward here, London. Up to the byline with Hugh Worthington. Brought down, this is the last. Ball flicked towards the left-hand side. McDermott shifting, twisting and turning, wrapped up and brought down. And York will get the ball back. As Lenny Ellis was brought down inside the 10-metre line. As we're approaching the 30-minute mark, York get back underway. Broncos bring them down inside the 10. That's the first. York drifting over to their left-hand side, trying to break out the 10 still. Bundled down just inside the 20. As they try and move the ball from left to right here. York, again, bundled in. Marcus Stock getting involved with the tackles. Bringing down the number 4, third for York, driving forward. Here, York made it up to the 35-metre line. So number 11, Jesse D, flick ball back inside. Hingano looking to break through a tackle as they try and move over to their right-hand side here. York over halfway, eventually bundled over. It was Kieran Buchanan. So they now drift over to the left-hand side. A high kick up from Harris. They only makes as far as Pacelli, inside the 20, driving forward. Makes it up to the 25-metre mark. Before he was bundled in by 2 York attackers. London up past the 30. This is the second for the Broncos. And we've got an injury here as well for London from that tackle. Alex Walker getting up to play the ball, but he is hurt. As they try to get to halfway. Loose ball on the 40. Loose pass as they try to break through with Pacelli. Breaks through the line. He's got Small there as an option. There are 2 other York players with him, and eventually they get to him. Hellick brings the ball into Worthington, looks to bundle himself over the line. He's inside the 10 on the right hand side is Hugh Worthington. London looking to get over the line. Nearly do so there. Held up on the line was Emmanuel Wayne. Ball flipped back inside from the 10 on the restart. Little dab a quick through from McDermott looking for London, and they put the ball down. But it's not been given, and York can restart from the 20 and do so. Driving forward here is Joe Law, wrapped up on the 30. And York will get up to the 40, wrapped up by 3 London Broncos defenders. So now try and drift back inside again, up to halfway. Big hit on Jesse D as they restart from halfway. Connor Fitzsimmons brought down. They try and cut the ball over to the right hand side now here. York up to the 30 with Connor Bailey. He's wrapped up. They now try and drift over to this left hand side here. York getting up to the 35 metre line. Big hit on Connor Fitzsimmons. This is the last, just shy of the 20 metre line. Ingano drifts the ball over long to Law on this left hand side. Looks to cut through the line. Eventually drops the ball as he dabs it, and London get the ball back with Pacelli. Looks to break through the 10 metre line. Beats 2 tackles. Eventually gets up to the 20. London, big hit on Pacelli again as he looks to break into 30. That looked like a dump tackle to me. Referee says play on. Less than 10 to go. Helek looking to get over the 40. He's bundled up. Does London look to drift over to this right hand side? Lovell, he's wrapped up inside the 40. Davies to collect the ball, flicks the ball inside for Emmanuel Wayne. Big hit through Wayne, actually bulldozes his way through the defender. This is the last, and London have got to kick this, and they do so with Lenny Ellis. It's a high one inside the 10. York City player slips as he catches it, but gets the ball away before he was in any real danger from the attacking Broncos line. And York can push forward, trying to nearly breaking through the defence here, York, as they get through the 20 on the left of centre. Now driving through the line. Now number 11 beats 2 defenders, shifting through, and London have won the ball back. Has it been deemed as a steal, or has it been deemed as a knock on? The ball had come out as the York attacker Jesse D was coming through, and York have got the ball back, deemed as a steal by the referee, and York will get a scrum just inside of their own half in the centre left position. Shane feeds the ball through. The referee wants him to come back. Now York get the ball away. Harris flicks the ball back inside again as they look to try and break over halfway to the Knights. Wrapped up on halfway. And centre right, so they look to shift this way over to the left hand side. Wrapped up again are York, 45 metres away from the Broncos try line. Ball flicked back inside as they try and work the ball over to the right hand side. Harris, a couple of quick balls. Eventually Broncos can wrap up York again. It was a quick ball from Ben Jones-Bishop that got him in trouble. As they get up to the 35 metre line here, York. In front of the post, ball comes free, and London will get that back, and it's a scrum to London and deemed a knock on by the Knights. And London are just trying to edge out York at the moment. Both sides very, very physical. Most of the games that these two teams play are normally separated by 2 points, and it's no different at the moment here at the Cherry Reds Record Stadium as Small tries to break his way towards the 40-metre line. He's bundled over after the scrum. Davies flicks the ball back inside for Wayne. He bundles forward in a massive collision between him and Jordan Thompson. It's not the first time that's happened already. As London look to get over halfway, do so as they move the ball over to the left-hand side with Ellis. He's bundled up inside the 40-metre line. Flip the ball back inside. London still moving forward. Walker flicks the ball over to the right-hand side for Pacelli. He looks to try and beat the line. Tries to feed the ball to Hellick, where he tries to break the line again. Twists and turns, breaks over the 30, wrapped up eventually. As London look to move the ball back inside again. So they move the ball over to the left-hand side, trying to get towards the 20-metre line, wrapped up by 3 York defenders over on that left-hand side. Ball flicked in to McDermott. High ball up towards the goal line, and Ellis had kicked that just a bit too far, and York can defuse the bomb. And York get back underway, and they're bundled up on the 30-metre line. Not to the looking to flip the ball back inside here. York get bundled over halfway. We've got less than 5 of the half to go. So number 19, Sam Cook, was bundled over as York looked to try and break through the 40-metre line. It's a big hit, but they're still in possession. York. Kieran Hudson making up to 30 before he's bundled over. Thompson driving forward, flicks the ball back into the left-hand side. Eventually, the ball caught by Paul McShane, and he's wrapped up on the 30. And this is the last for York. Ball flicked inside to Harris. He kicks the ball high, but only as far as the 10. Brought down by Garland, and he's wrapped up, gets the ball free. York still have it. Thompson flicks the ball back inside again to Harris. Looks at drive inside, twists and turns. Flicks the ball over to the right-hand side, and York are in the far corner. The London defence falling asleep, and York go over on the right-hand side, and Ben Jones-Bishop goes over uncontested, and York have a 2-point lead before the kick. London Broncos 6, York 8, with just over 3 minutes to go here at the Cherry Reds Record Stadium. Harris to add the extras as he gets ready to take his kick. 20 metres out over on that far right hand side for York to take this to a 4-point game before kick-off, or before the restart. Liam Harris steps up. He's missed one already so far this afternoon. Can he make amends and add the extras here? Kicks the ball, and it's over the posts, and that gives York a 4-point lead with 2 minutes before the half-time hooter. It's London Broncos 6, York Knights 10. And London with it all to do for the next 2 or so minutes. Kick is taken by Hellick over into that left-hand corner for the Broncos, wrapped up. And York looked to break down that right-hand side, wrapped up and tackled 15 metres out. Actually, they get the ball out with the offload. Make it up past the 20 here to York. Wrapped up, this is the first. Ball flicked back inside for Garland. He's hit by 3 Broncos players. Makes it up to the 30. Ball driving forward for York. Up to the 40 there, wrapped up as well by 3 Broncos players eventually. Well, not going down, but eventually tackled. They flip the ball back inside. Here's McShane up over halfway. He's brought down by 2 Broncos defenders. They look to try and break through again here, York. So make it out to the 40 with Connor Fitzsimmons. This is the last for the Knights with a minute to go of the half. Big kick up towards Hellick. Hellick has no problem grabbing that before he's brought down by Joe Law. And London are going to try and just hold the ball for the next 35 seconds. Small was tackled. Pacelli with the play of the ball. London looked to break through with Tyndall. He's wrapped up just shy of the 20-metre line. Ball comes out to Pacelli. Flicks the ball over to the left-hand side. London looking to try and break down that left-hand side. Wrapped up by 2 York players. So look to try and break back inside here. London on the 30 in the last 10 seconds. Play the ball. There's the half-time hooter. Kick up into the air. And it's going to be collected by York for them to have another go. Eventually be collected by the right winger. And eventually he's tackled. And it's half-time here at the Cherry Reds Record Stadium. An early start for London gave them a 6-point lead as Tyndall went over in the corner. But York have slowly clawed their way back into this game and got a late try from Ben Jones Bishop after an earlier try from Scott Gailano gave them the 4 points, and a failed conversion from Liam Harris was then amended on his second conversion. That's the end of the half here at the Cherry Reds Record Stadium. It's half time and it's London Broncos 6, York Knights 10. Players are back out for the second half here at the Cherry Reds Record Stadium, where the score hasn't changed. It's London 6, York 10. And it'll be London kicking off from right to left. So London in all black with a white V with red trim on that V and on their shorts. Kicking from right to left towards the Paul Strang stand, and York in white with black top half with a yellow trim, black shorts, white socks as London get the game underway. Ball up into the 10, collected by Harris, and they look to drive forward here. York bundled up on the 10-metre line. It's Fitzsimmons driving forward here. York beating a couple of tackles. London eventually get them wrapped up 25 yards inside of their own half. Driving forward here, York up to the 30. Bundled over by 2 Broncos defenders. Ball cut back inside again. Fitzsimmons driving forward over the 40, 45. And York at a standstill. Loose pass. Eventually picked up by York as they drift over to this right-hand side. Looking to get over halfway. Eventually do so, but brought down by 3 Broncos players as we reach the last. Kick from Harris goes up towards the 20. And eventually wrapped up and brought down. And Pacelli was there. And Pacelli will get a penalty in the meantime. And London can breathe a sigh of relief. Picked up a bit of an injury there as well. Just bundled over as the ball comes back over this way again. The penalty taken. Doesn't quite reach as far as this desk. Lands in the seats in front of me as we get underway. Actually, Tyndall, who caught the ball originally, was tackled. And it'll be Tyndall to restart. And flicks the ball inside. And away we go again. London on the 30, driving forward. With 19, Sam Cook wrapped up. Ball flick. He's hurt as well as the ball comes free from the play of the ball. London inside the 40. This time McDermott wrapped up as they look to drive down this right hand side. London over halfway. Ball flick back inside. Walker skips a couple of tackles. They look to try and break down this left here. London with Lenny Ellis. He's wrapped up just in front of me. Ball flicked back inside from the play of the ball. Worthington over the 30. Big hit on Worthington. Drives up to the 25. That's the last for London. Davies from the play of the ball. Flicks the ball over to the left-hand side. Kick up over the top by Ellis. Picked up by London again. And the referee's going to give a penalty. Actually, he's going to give a touchback for York. And they will restart on the 10. London to have had a player deemed tackle, I think. I'm not entirely sure. As they get the ball back underway here. York with 3 minutes played of the second half. Neither side really having any chances as London push them back into the 10. And eventually not getting away from the tackle clear enough. Ben Jones Bishop wins a penalty for York inside the 10. Harris to gain some extra yards from the kick up to the 25. Retaken by Joe Law, driving forward, drifts inside, brought down eventually just shy of the 40-metre line, gaining 15 metres. So look to try and break down the left-hand side. York drifting towards the line. Jesse D wrapped up inside the 40. Cut back inside. York again drifting over from to the left over to this right-hand side, driving forward with Buchanan. Up to the 30, wrapped up again by the London Broncos defence. Try and drift down that right hand side, still cuts back inside. There's the York number 12 driving up towards the 10. It's Connor Bailey. He's wrapped up by the Broncos defence. Another cut inside again. Harris looking to drift the ball over to the left hand side, and the pass wrapped up by 3 Broncos defenders on the byline. Ball looks to be cut back inside and inside again, and York are over the line again, and Jordan Thompson is in for the try, beating 2 Broncos defenders, sticking an arm out and giving York a bit more breathing space here at the Cherry Reds Records Stadium. Before the kick's been converted, it's London 6, York 16. London not particularly playing badly at all, but York just stronger where it matters. Maybe Liam Harris to add the extra 2 just outside of the 10-metre line, right in front of the posts. Providing that is that the ball wants to stay on the tee to begin with. And Oliver Field makes his way onto the pitch in the meantime, and Hudson comes off. Kieran Hudson comes off in his stead as Liam Harris kicks the 2, and they're over the posts, and York have a 10-point gap. It's London Broncos 6, York Knights 16. With 6 played of the second half so far. London gets game back underway. That's all the way up into the corner, and he's out of touch, and York will get the ball back on halfway. Rather poor kick-off in the end, and Harris will kick to get some extra yards, at least 15. It's a ball went careening into the crowd in front of him. The Hawks get back underway with Joe Law on that left-hand side. They're 30 yards out. Ball flicked inside to Harris, driving forward with Thompson, the try scorer, up to the 30, wrapped up by 3 Broncos defenders. Inside the 30. Ball flicked inside again as they try and break towards this 10-metre line already with Connor Bailey. Ball flicked inside again. Little dab pass in the 10. York looking to add extra points already. Ball flicked inside to Thompson and again to Harris on the outside. He's wrapped up inside the 10 again. So they look to drift inside and Yorker in again. And the referee gives the try. It looked as though the Broncos had done enough just to wrap the defender up. But York are over again. It's starting to look a little bit too easy for the visitors from Yorkshire. It's London 6, York Knights 20 with the kick to come. Meanwhile, for London, Matt Ross looks to make his way onto the field. Liam Harris from right in front of the sticks, 10 metres out, does not miss, and that's London Broncos 6, York Knights 22, with 9 minutes gone in the second half, and London have it all to do there to get some clearing distance between them and the bottom of the table. To get the game underway. Nowhere near the sideline this time as York look to return back up to the other end of the field. Wrapped up inside the 20-metre line. It's number 21, Connor Fitzsimmons. Got to flick it over to the left-hand side. Harris was in an offside position, causing a little bit of trouble, but Field makes his way up to the 30, and eventually York get the ball back again. And they get another set of 6. Kieran McDermott interfering with the play of the ball. And York will get it up on the 50. And have another clean set of 6. Buchanan flicking the ball inside for Harris. They're driving forward with Thompson up to the 40. Wrapped up by 3 Broncos defenders as far as the 30-metre line. Gained an extra 10 metres. Ball flicked across again. Harris looking to get York across the crossfield pass. Ball comes loose and London have the ball back. Pass had come off Paul McShane. Just drifting a bit too far forward, and London, with a sigh of relief, get the ball back inside their own half. London looking to break down the right-hand side. Number 14 wrapped up for London. Flip the ball back inside again. London trying to break through the halfway line. Not able to do so. That's the second tackle for London as they flip the ball inside. Trying to drift over to their right-hand side. Walker feeding Pacelli. Looking to break over the 40. Just about gets there before he's wrapped up over on that right-hand side for London. Ball flipped back inside. Walker drifting. Nice little flat pass. London tackled inside the 30. Driving forward again here with Davies. And Walker going under from a challenge, just shy of the 20-metre line. This is the last for the Broncos. Ball flicked inside to McDermott. Chip up over the top, looking for a runner, and York will get a penalty from the tackle. As Ben Jones Bishop was deemed to have been fouled in the air, and York can reset from the 10. And again, they'll get this up on halfway, this kick. Driving forward with Buchanan on that right-hand side for York, up to the 30. Up to the 40. Flicked in by Jones Bishop to Field, up to the 30 now, wrapped up by 2 Broncos defenders. As they look to move over to left-hand side with Harris. Little pop pass. Wrapped up there is Jack Martin on the 20-metre line. York in a threatening position again already, drifting over to this centre right. Little flick pass, running diagonals. Then Connor Bailey, he's wrapped up. So they try and work this way down the right-hand side. Thompson, he's wrapped up just shy of the try line. This is the last for York. They try and work this way down the right-hand side with Harris looking to drive over the line. And he just can't get there, and the Broncos defence does well to keep him out. And Broncos will get the ball back on their very own try line. So look, try and push forward here, London. Wrapped up on this left-hand side for the Broncos, deep inside their own half. Second tackle, still not able to get out of the 10. London wrapped up by 3 York defenders. They try and move the ball over to into the centre. They're now out of the 10, just shy of the 20 on the 3rd. Wrapped up again. Manuel Wayne driving forward, flicks the ball over to the right-hand side again. London looking to try and work their way down the right. Ball eventually comes out with an offload pass, and London trying to move forward with Adiabi up to the 40. He's wrapped up on the 4th. Driving forward here, London. They've actually made up to halfway. Ball comes out. It was a steal originally. It wasn't a knock-on. It didn't look it from here. The ball was punched out. Not sure what the referee's going to give. The ball was definitely punched out by the York attack, and they've won a scrum, which I think is a little bit unfair. It's definitely not my bias is showing. Wind is starting to make absolute havoc here at the Cherry Reds Record Stadium as we get back underway with Harry's driving down the left hand side, over halfway, bundled over eventually. And the play of the ball, London wrap up York on the 40. This is the 2nd. They try and work the ball over to the right hand side here. York down the centre channel. Wrapped up on the 30s, Jack Martin by 3 Broncos defenders. Harries picks the ball up, flicks the ball back inside again. Eventually get the ball wrapped up. Just that shy of the 20. Again, Thompson driving forward, dragging it forward towards the 10. He's wrapped up. This is the 4th. Dummy pass, looking to play down this centre right hand channel. Harris breaks a tackle, breaks 2, flicks the ball back inside. Eventually York are wrapped up just inside the 10. So they get close to the try line. Ball flicked inside to Harris. A long pass over the right hand side, looking for Ben Bishop's-Jones, who puts the ball down in the corner, and York gets another try. And London down their left-hand side were just non-existent. Ball floating across from Harris over to Ben Bishop's-Jones, who didn't really have any pressure on him, and puts the ball down to give York a 20-point lead before the kick's been taken by Liam Harris, and it's getting a little bit easier for our visitors from Yorkshire's capital. course, the last time these teams played was about 18 months ago, and York won that one here, 24 points to 10. And the last time York have lost to London was all the way back in July of 2021, where the Broncos came through as 50 points to 22 victors back at Ealing Trailfinders. Harris looking to convert the two. He's right on this right hand byline. The wind has really picked up here. He's 20 metres out. There's a swirling wind here at the London Cherry Reds Record Stadium. This is to add the two and make it a 22-point lead. And that looks wide, and it is wide. So the score remains the same. London still with it all to play for. A lot of work to do, I should say, sorry, with just over 20 minutes to go. London 6, York 26. 4 tries will do it for London. Ball goes up in the air from the kick. Caught by Brown. And York get to the 20. Wrapped up by 3 Broncos players. Ball flicked back inside again. York looking to break to the 30. Eventually brought down is Connor Bailey by 2 Broncos defenders. Ball flicked inside again. Looking to try and break down this left-hand side here. York looking for holes. Eventually wrapped up left of centre, just shy of the 40-metre line by 3 Broncos defenders. Play the ball was quick. Not quick enough for the Broncos defence. That's wrapped up on the 50. That's the 3rd for the Knights. Ball played back inside. Twist pass. There's York cut diagonals through this Broncos defence. Eventually wrapped up there is Jack Martin. That's the 4th. So they cut the ball inside, looking for a kick here from Harris. It's a high one. And a deep one that's dealt with by the Broncos defence. And here comes Walker, trying to break through the line. Wrapped up just shy of the 20-metre line. Ball flick inside. Actually, here's Tyndall looking to break a couple of tackles and does so. Offloads the ball. And Lenny Ellis, he's wrapped up. Pacelli feeds Tyndall, looking to try and break through the 30s. He ran diagonally towards his right hand side, makes it up to the 30. Real bit of possession, only bit of possession London have had for the last 10 minutes. Looking to break down that right hand side with Will Lovell. They look to break over halfway. Loose pass came out. An offload has led the ball up in London's possession up to halfway. Sadiq Adiabi breaks over the 40-metre line, looking to drag his way towards the 30, wrapped up by 2 York defenders. It's going to have to be a kick here from London. It's a high one up to the 10, and York could just about deal with that one under pressure from Pacelli. And they regain the ball on their 10-metre line. Wrapped up by 2 Broncos players in front of the sticks, 15 yards out. York get the ball out from their left-hand side. Big hit on the runner. It's 25 yards out for York on the 3rd. A flick pass. It's a touch forward, but they're up to the 35 yards here, or metre line here. York, as they flip the ball back inside again. Big hit this time. Ball comes out with the offload. A loose pass, and London able to get the ball back. No, they're not. Ben Jones Bishop receives the ball on this right hand side. He's wrapped up just shy of the 50 on the. This is the last coming up, so that was the 4th. This is the last. Kick from Harris, high but not particularly far. Hellick is underneath it. Hellick grabs it, no problem. He looks to drive forward, gets up to the 30. And London look to push with Lenny Ellis. Tyndall, he's dumped to the floor inside the 40. As London trying to move the ball over to the right-hand side with Aaron Small. He gets up to halfway before he's bundled over. This is the third for London. Pass inside as London looks to try and break down the line centrally. Gets up to the 40-metre line. As London look push over to the right-hand side this time. A loose pass finds Small eventually. And he's got no one behind him, so he's going to have to run forward and try and break through this York defence. Gets past 3 defenders, but is wrapped up on the 40. This is the last tackle coming. London are going to have to potentially kick this. Ball comes out, and they will kick it, and it's high. Not towards the 10. Pacelli's chasing it. Pacelli looked like he was going to be underneath it, but York come away with it with Brown, and he's wrapped up inside the 15-metre mark. Low pass there from the York player who was playing the ball. Nearly put them in trouble, but they got the ball up on the 25-metre line before they're bundled over. They try and break down that left-hand side and do break the line, and they're over halfway, and they look like they're going to go in the corner here. York looks to cut back inside again, and then he's wrapped up 10 metres out. That was Harvey Reynolds. Ball goes back inside as they try and drift over to this right-hand side now. York comes over to in the corner, and they're in again. Kieran Buchanan offloads the ball over to the right-hand side to Oliver Field, and they get the ball in the corner again, and York are running away with it. 17 minutes left. London 6, York Knights 30 with the kick to come. Big Marcus Stock looking ready to come back onto the field of play. London have missed his presence in the centre of the park. And Liam Harris looks to add the extra 2 in a similar position to where he missed his last kick, 20 metres out on this right hand side. And Harris steps up, and that kick is wide to the left hand side of the post, so the score remains the same. London Broncos 6, York Knights 30. And according to the clock, we've got about 15 and a half minutes left of the second half, and this mountain is getting more and more difficult to climb for the Broncos if they want to get back into this one. Hellick to take this kick from the kickoff up into the left hand corner. It's a deep one inside the 10, and Brown was on the end of it, and York get up past the 10 before they're wrapped up by Adiabi. Ball comes out eventually from the play of the ball. Stock getting involved. First action back on the pitch, wrapping up Thompson as they try and work the ball centrally here. York made it up to the 30 before they're bundled over. Stock getting involved again, bringing the run to a stop. Ball flicked over towards that left hand side. They're going to look to break the line again here, York, before they're brought down. York inside the 30-metre line. Flick the ball over to the left-hand side. A high kick up. Not a deep one, London underneath it. And Hellick is there to get underneath the ball. And London can reset inside their 10, dragged actually back towards the 10-metre line. York just looking a bit more up for it at this point. Small driving forward. As far as the 15-metre line, that's the third. London trying to shift over to this right-hand side. Wrapped up again by this resilient York Knights defence. London up to the 30. That's the last. Ball cut inside. It was a high pass, and London get the kick out, and it's a shallow one. Bobbles around. Brown just about gets on the end of that one. 20 metres in. He looks to drive forward here. Makes it up to the 30. Wrapped up by 3 Broncos bodies. Got the ball inside from the play of the ball. Looking to get up to the 40. Driving forward here, York looking to run towards the 50. They're wrapped up. Number 34. Ben Jones-Bishop wrapped up on halfway. He's gone down in a bit of a heap. As they get over halfway with Martin. He's wrapped up shy of the 40-metre line. Looked like to be a forward pass given towards Thompson, but eventually he's wrapped up on the 30 with the last tackle to come. Kick from Harris is a grubber one. Hellick was there just to get on the end of that. Pacelli was there. Tyndall nearly getting in the way of him. He's wrapped up just shy of the 20. Broncos trying to get out from deep inside their own half. Tyndall tries to break 2 tackles. Eventually is bundled to the ground inside the 20-metre line. Driving forward here, London up to the 30. Wrapped up again by this York defence. Ball flicked inside from the play of the ball. London looking to try and just push through their way through the 40 and do so. Pass from Adiabi. Finds his attacker who's brought down with a big hit inside of their York territory, but the kick's got to come. And it's a high one up to the inside the 20, picked up by Brown again. Drifts inside and is then wrapped up by 2 Broncos defenders inside the 20 as we're about to approach the final 10 minutes of this game. And York have got a penalty. London not releasing from the play of the ball quick enough. And York will get a chance to get some extra miles from this kick from just outside the 40. They'll give them the ball on the halfway line. Wrapped up there, Joe Law inside of the Broncos 40 on the first. Ball flicked inside to Thompson. Nice little flick pass as they try and break through the 40 again with Jesse D. He's wrapped up on the 40-metre line. They try and cross the ball over to the left-hand side now again with Jack Martin. He's wrapped up on the 30-metre line as they edge closer to the Broncos try line again here, York. Ball flicked inside to Harris. Little flat pass. Breaks at the Broncos line. They're going to be in the corner again here, and the ball's flicked up and just over the top of Kieran Buchanan. And out of play. And Broncos will regain possession and will breathe a sigh of relief into the last 10 minutes of this game. As we've got another Broncos player injured. He's got a stoppage in play for an injury to a Broncos player who's flat out in that on this near corner right in the try line. is up on he's at least sat up, is Luke Pacelli, who's currently receiving treatment. Luke Pacelli looks like he's going to be coming off the field of play. It's an injury to the Broncos fullback. And we're back underway here, London. Wrapped up inside the 10. Ball flicked inside to try and break through the 20 here to the Broncos. Marcus Stock trying to break through the line. Wrapped up by three leads by three York defenders. Broncos up to the 30 before they're wrapped up and eventually win a penalty. Interference with the tackle. And a big ironic cheer from the Broncos fans. They've not had a lot to cheer about this afternoon, at least in the second half as we're into the last 10. Broncos restarting. They've knocked the ball on from the restarts, and York will get the ball back, and it's just not been London's day. Will Lovell just not looking at the ball when Aaron Small offloaded the ball to him from the play of the ball, and York get an easy scrum. York with the ball out, the scrum. Harris flicking the ball over to this left-hand side. They try and find the ball, hold down with Jones Bishop. Breaks down the right-hand side, kick inside, looking for a runner. Who's going to get there first? It's going to bounce out of play. And Broncos get the ball back on the 20-metre restart. Trying to break up to the 30. Wrapped up here are the Broncos. Into the final 8 minutes. Ball flipped back inside. Big hit on the Broncos attacker as he gets over the 40-metre line. And of course, Liam Tyndall, Marcus Stock trying to break over halfway. He's brought down. London trying to break down this left-hand side with Sadiq Eliabi. He's wrapped up just shy of the 40-metre line. And York are trying to drag him out of play. Has to offload the ball and does. Finds Lucas Mason, who tries to shift through a couple of tackles, and they try and pull him out of play again. Just Ben Jones Bishop in particular. Brings Mason down. Ball flicked inside from Davies. London trying to work the line. 40 metres out, looking to work the way down the right hand side. Eventually break it to the 30 and are bundled over. It's Louis Gorman. Low pass, but Broncos still have the ball with Stock driving towards the 20. Big hit on him, but he's brought down by three York defenders. This is the last tackle for London. Ball flick towards the right hand side. Little kick over the top. Is it going to be too deep? It's just going to bounce out of play. It just did not fall right for the London attack, and York will get the ball back on the 20 metre line. 6.5 left of the 80. And York get the ball away quickly, and Brown can break, and he's wrapped up by two Broncos defenders on halfway. Wrapped up again on the 40 here, London. Shift the ball over to the right hand side. York trying to break down that middle with Jack Martin. He's wrapped up again on the 30. Eventually brought down by three Broncos defenders. Move the ball to left-hand side. That's knocked on by York. Number 24, Harvey Reynolds. And both sides just starting to tire now as we enter the final 5.5 minutes. If you're a Broncos fan, these last knockings of the game feel like they're going to just drag a little bit longer than usual. Broncos to receive the ball in the scrum, 30 metres out. Ball flicked over to the right-hand side. They're trying to make their way down this right-hand side here. London eventually brought down here was Lucas Mason on the 40. Tyndall flicks the ball inside. London trying to break down the centre right-hand channel with Marcus Stock. He's wrapped up on the 40-metre line. London looking to at least get a consolation. Looking to break through the line here is Lenny Ellis, wrapped up inside the 40-metre line. And they try and break through York's 40 here, London. Big tackle on the Broncos number 16, eventually wrapped up Kieran McDermott on the 40. Broncos still trying to work down their way down their right-hand side. Ball comes free to Hellick. Hellick drives down that right-hand side. He's bundled over inside the 20-metre line. Ball flicked inside from the play. The ball just about holds onto it. Little grubber quick kick through from London. It's wrapped up by Harris. And Harris now breaks through the 20. He's on his own. 30 over the 40. He's got 3 London Broncos players around him. But he's driving through the 40-metre line up to the 30. Beats one tackle. Eventually brought down on the 30. And now they can try and get the ball down this right-hand side here. York with Buchanan. Shakes off one. Eventually brought down by Sadiq Adiabi inside the 10-metre line on this right-hand side. Ball shifted over towards the left-hand side, looking to break towards the line here. York again, and the ball goes down, but just short of the line from Harvey Reynolds. They try and shift the ball over to the left-hand side. It looks like they're going towards the left wing. They don't need to do that. Brown is in. Brown breaks through the line, and York are 34 points to 6. And are out of sight here at the Cherry Reds Record Stadium in the last 3 minutes. As they broke through the defensive line. And that run from Liam Harris, getting to the 30, knocked the Broncos defence out of shape. And Joseph Brown found a hole on the left-hand side and was able to dive over. And York really, through Liam Harris, should be able to add the points from 20 metres out. It's a little bit, it's inside on the left byline, but right in front of the travelling York Knights contingent coming down, who have made the journey down from Yorkshire, I should say, and have been a good voice all afternoon. Liam Harris to add the extras and put York 30 points clear. We've actually changed the kicker. It's Jack Martin to add the points.
From number 7, Liam Harris. At London Broncos 6, York Knights 36.
As you probably heard behind me, London Broncos 6, York City Knights 36, and London to restart with Chris Hellick. It's a long one up towards the try line, wrapped up by try scorer Brown. They drive forward up to the 10 with Jack Martin. A minute and a half left. York fans jubilant. London fans starting to filter out as they try and work their way down this left-hand side now. York cutting inside up to the 30-metre line, and they're wrapped up. It's Joe Law actually edged closer to the 40. Ball passed inside just before York were able to get the ball away on the offload. Is wrapped up inside the 40-metre line. kick from Martin to deep ones over the top of the Broncos defender. And Lenny Ellis was the furthest man back. And Broncos have got to try and play the ball out deep from inside their own half with 35 seconds left on the clock remaining. Tyndall brought down inside the 20. London flicking the ball out over to the right hand side, trying to edge towards the 40. Is there one last chance to really do anything of note in this game? Less than 20 seconds to go. Wrapped up inside the 40-metre line here are London in the last 10 seconds. Ball comes out to be kicked by Ellis. It's a deep one, only makes it to the 10-metre line. We're on the 80-metre line. There's the half-time, the full-time hooter. And York are happy to be wrapped up, and that wraps the game up. Was started off as a bright start for the London Broncos, getting an early 6-0 lead. Resulted in York clawing their way back and eventually getting a try just before half-time. From there, the Knights never really looked back, and they stormed off into a heavy lead. It's finished here at the Cherry Reds Record Stadium here in Wimbledon. London Broncos 6, York Knights 36.